Soi Cowboy, Bangkok. If this city is the capital of sin, then Soi Cowboy is its beating heart. Seedy, surreal, sexy, chaotic. A tiny street with a big reputation, named after a cowboy hat-wearing bar owner from the 1970s. This video isn't about glorifying or condemning. It's about uncovering what makes this place so fascinating. From its raw, unfiltered mornings to the tentative stirrings of the afternoon, and finally, the neon-lit spectacle of night. We'll walk through its transformations and take a closer look at what lies beneath. Whether you've heard the tales or are stepping into this world for the first time, one thing's for sure, Soi Cowboy doesn't just tell a story, it gives you one to take home. Soi Cowboy in the morning feels like waking up next to someone who looked completely different in last night's makeup. The neon signs are off, the bars are shuttered, and everything is awkwardly exposed, like the street itself is nursing a hangover. A vendor methodically wipes down a plastic tub on her cart, her movements steady and deliberate. There's a quiet resilience about her, the kind that hints at someone who's seen it all and yet carries on regardless. A black car is parked outside one of the bars, and a man sits on the bench inside, absorbed in his phone. His presence feels oddly out of place, like he's waiting for something or someone. A woman in shorts drags a sagging bin bag behind her, the bag skimming the ground and leaving a faint, glistening wet trail, like a subtle reminder of the chaos that came before. This version of Soi Cowboy is far from what people picture. The glamour has faded, leaving a bare, unvarnished version of itself, stripped of pretense and oddly innocent in its simplicity. As the day winds down, Soi Cowboy starts to shift. It's subtle at first, like the street is stretching out of its afternoon haze. There's a girl holding a sign that promises happy hour, but her body language screams, "Don't ask me anything about it." Scooters whiz by, their engines cutting through the quiet murmur of the street. They never stop, always rushing past like they're a part of a bigger plan. At one of the tables, there's a couple nursing beers. They're not talking, not even looking at each other. It's like they're here out of curiosity, but now they're second-guessing why they bothered. And then I see it, a trolley full of bright, colourful dog ornaments, just sitting there, random and strange, like they've been left here by mistake. What are they even doing here? The bars are open, but they're empty. A guy strolls by with a guitar slung over his back. He's obviously not playing it, he's just walking like he's searching for a stage that doesn't exist here. Maybe he's just carrying it around because it feels like it's a piece of him. Then there's Mr. Shorts guy. He's standing awkwardly in the middle of the street, glancing around like he's lost or trying to make a decision he's not ready for. He shifts his weight, looks down, hesitates. What's going on in his head? What's he up to? Not far from him, the watch seller starts making his rounds. He's got the routine down, holding off his knockoff collection to anyone who'll pay attention. Bangkok seems to love its watch sellers, but right now, they're just part of the scenery, blending into the setting sun and slow buzzing of scooters. And then there's the well-dressed man. Crisp shirt, polished shoes, and that walk. He strides through the street like he's got somewhere important to be. Head up, not for a second glance at anyone around him. Does he belong here, or is he just passing through like everyone else? Either way, he owns it, and no one's going to convince him otherwise. The street's waking up slowly. The food carts are rolling out, the neon signs are flickering into life, and there's this hum, like the street itself is gearing up for what's coming. It's not alive yet, but you can feel it building, inch by inch. Something's about to happen. By night, Soi Cowboy transforms into a carnival of neon and noise. It's finally alive. Music pumps from the bars, competing in an unspoken battle of volume, while scantily clad bar girls line the entrances, calling out passers-by with enthusiasm that is much routine as it is showmanship. The street is now overflowing with tourists clutching oversized beers, expats who look like they've been here for decades, and groups of friends daring each other to go inside. Everywhere you look, there's something happening. A girl twirls a sign advertising cheap cocktails, while another waves at a group walking past. Vendors push carts loaded with everything from sizzling skewers to dubious-looking trinkets. The energy is chaotic, but magnetic. You can't help but get swept up in it. Soi Cowboy at night doesn't just demand your attention, it grabs it and refuses to let go. It's seedy, absurd, and completely unapologetic. Love it or hate it, you'll never forget Soi Cowboy, whatever stage you see it in.